God bless you all, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in once again today. We have exciting conversations to talk about, but before that, welcome. A big thank you to each and every one of you. We are over 2,000 community members and we are climbing strong. So, if you're finding us for the first time, do well to subscribe, turn on bell notifications because we break down the complexities of testnets, airdrop trading activities within the Web3 and blockchain space. And this video is dedicated strictly to the Zenchain challenges that some of us are experiencing. So what we're going to be focused on today for Zenchain, we are going to be talking about the human role on Discord, which is becoming mandatory. We're going to be talking about the more missions on Discord as well, climbing up the leaderboard and getting more roles to get more XPs. We will talk about the staking task, and lastly, we're going to talk about the node task. So if this sounds interesting, or if you're having any or all of these challenges, please, I encourage you to tune in and watch the video all the way till the end, because as you well know, I am your guy. I break down the complexities and I show you every single thing that you need to know. So please smash the red subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on bell notifications and give this video a like. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let us jump right into it. So over on Discord, beginning with the first subject matter for the day. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, please do this. We have talked about Zenchain for some time now. As a matter of fact, this is where the conversation started from. We talked about this first. This is the beginning of how to get started in the Zenchain testnet that we're interacting currently. And this will teach you how to deploy the smart contract and send ZCX. This will teach you how to get some roles on the Discord server for the Zenchain testnet, and of course fix the MetaMask problems that you might have. And this video right here, some of you have raised the complaints about the problems you're having, so I recorded this video. If you are having any challenge, watch this video. There's a directive I've given, a documentation I've released over here in the community tab. Go to that place and document the challenge that you're having, in hopes that I will be releasing videos to cater to these problems in the future. So how do we get the human role? Now, this is why it is important for you to lock in and get the human role. First of all, the no copy paste spamming. We've seen a lot of people and bots copy paste spamming the messages over and over. If you engage in this, you will be banned without warning. This is serious, guys, because the first quarter of 2025, the team will be releasing the rewards, and we don't have much time, which is why we need to up our game and work so that we can get more rewards when the distribution starts first quarter of 2025. So why is this important? This is important because the human role is more like a verification process that proves that you're human and you're not a bot. You're not a bot because lots of people are spamming in the group. And guys, please take this seriously. The team frowns at it. You will be hunted, and when you're hunted, you will be muted, you will be warned, and if you don't heed to the warning, you will be dropped from the server. So this is why this video is really important. So I'm going to show you the steps to do this. I will explain to you as well, if you're doing the steps from your mobile phone, how it is like, so you won't get lost. Get the role immediately. The consequences: if you don't hold the human role, your other roles or XPs may be removed. How do we get the human role? Please follow me here. Now, if you're using the computer to access the Discord server, most likely the Zenchain menu would be on the left, and then you can have each of the message rooms open in between, and then over to the left, the right of your screen, you can actually do searches. You can close this out, you can actually do searches, and you just expand the message room. So what you want to do is you want to ensure that you are in the left of the screen where you see the Zenchain menu. So when you see this, what you're exactly looking out for is slide up a little bit. You can see the Zenchain title up here. You can click this drop down arrow next to it. So when you click the drop down arrow next to it, if you are using a computer device, a Mac, a desktop, you're looking for the linked role option. So when you click on the linked role option, it's going to take you to a brand new screen, and you can see I have currently linked my human profile. But say you're doing this for the first time, you want to connect your accounts or apps to get linked roles in this server. So how does this work? When you click on the link role at first, it will take you to a page where it will require you to click on a link that will take you outside of Discord to a brand new web page on the browser. and then require you to complete a series of facial biometric scan. So go through all of the prompt and do the biometric scan in that website you're redirected to. And once you're done and the system validates and grants you a pass that you are human, it will bring you back to a screen. To be honest, I cannot recall what the screen is like, but you will be redirected. And when you come back to Discord server and you click on the linked rows, you're going to see the human badge. This is the badge right here. Okay, when you see this badge right here, you can then click on it. If you're using a mobile device, you would see the button called finish. Okay, so when you click on the finish button, what that means is you have applied the success of that biometric scan, which recognizes you as a human. You have linked it to your account. Okay, so you will now have this in your Zenchain Discord account. And need I stress here that you can go into a different other server and apply the human role that you have to that server if they require it in that server. It's just like it's a global recognition across your Discord account. So regardless of the server that you're in, you can just enter a new server, go to the linked rows and append your human ID that you've done. You can go into a new server, append it. You can just do it like that. And I know this because I've actually done it in a couple of other servers, as you see here. So that's going to be all. It's super simple, super easy. It won't take you much time, but you need to have a good internet connection. So you can see my profile right here. You can see I have the human role linked already. I have the validator, I have the acolyte, I have the guardian, I have the early supporter, and I have the developer role as well. So you can see, so guys, you can go ahead and do the same for yours and ensure that you have the human role. To get the early supporter role, you just need to be active and join live events like AMA sessions, and the team will reward you with the early supporter role at their discretion. So that would be it for that problem. Now, before we talk about resolution number 2, please, if you have not subscribed to Overworks, please go ahead and do that. Subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and do not forget to share this video as well with your friends or flats in our Discord server, because some people as well might be having this problem. So now resolution number 2 is to do more tasks, more Zenquest tasks. Now let us come right back to the Zenquest.io, which is where all of the tasks are interlinked and connected. Now the first thing to do, as you well know by now, is to connect your wallet. We are using MetaMask. We will approve this transaction, click on connect, and remember, after every connection, when you're done, do not forget to disconnect. And yeah, we can go ahead and click on confirm. We just did now. So now we're in. The next thing to do is to settle this captcha issue. So now, first off, here is the Zenchain Telegram channel task that has been added to the mix. And if we go back to the Zenquest and we'll click on, we're looking for the last one actually, which is this one right here. You can see that this is the newest task that has been added. And if we go back to Zenquest.io, this is the task right here. So this will be one mission. You can just click on this right here, and this is what you need. Said before starting the quest, ensure you've already connected your Telegram and you've joined the Zenchain Telegram channel. I am currently connected to a different Telegram account on this Brave browser that I'm using, so I may not be able to continue, but so long as you have connected your Telegram before, the one you did earlier in the previous video, you can just go ahead and click on complete and it will add you to the Zenchain Telegram channel. So once you do that, you get this 50 XPs right here. That's for that. So one of us specifically requested on how to complete more missions in the Zenchain program. So I am going to go back to the server. Now remember that in the previous video I explained that most of these role-based quests on the Zenquest.io platform are tied to the roles that you get on here in the Discord server. So you need some time to put in the work. And when I say put in the work, being active, and I explain how to be active, places like the general, places like the memes, creating memes, places like the GMGN, LFG channel, places like the Testnet feedback. As a matter of fact, whatever channel you have access to under the community tab, you just have to be active. Now, as you're active, remember, do not spam, okay? Because if you do, the team will hunt you down and mute you, and you will just lose time. So as you're chatting in the group, in the chat room, you're doing all this, being active, responding to questions, asking questions, helping people do stuff. The system is calculating all those characters that you're imputing, and it has a mechanics of making those characters into XP levels. And when you get to a certain level and you're ripe for any role, the system will award you that role by default. Automatically, it's programmed to do that way. It's not a human controlled mechanism. So when you get any of this role, whether it's the guardian role, or it's the sage role, or it's the emperor role, or it's the server booster role, or it's the Zen creator role, whatever role you have been awarded in the Discord server, okay, when you come back over to the Zenquest.io page, you can just go to where that role is and click on it. Now, specifically, someone left a message in one of the groups. Should be this video. So I'm just going to click on this video right here. So someone left a comment in the message saying that she's having issues with the roles and she's unable to get the roles. I think it should be this one. It says, "Thank you very much. I'm at 5th level, but I'm not able to claim my XPs. Saying that quest error, cannot complete the quest. Please help me out, fearing to lose everything." Don't worry, Jane. We got you here. So now that we see what we see, now the way this one says how to get the human role, and thankfully we've talked about that already. So I hope you've seen how to get the human role. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to check my profile. Okay, we're going to check my profile and see what roles I have. Okay, we're going to check my profile and we're going to click on channels and roles. And when we click on channels and role, you can see I have the guardian role. So I'm eligible to claim both the acolyte and the guardian role. And if there is a role XP for human, I can claim that as well. So let's just check for the guardian and the acolyte. So if I go back here, and do we have a guardian? Okay, we have a guardian. Do we have an acolyte? Okay, I have claimed for the acolyte. So I'll click on this. Remember, this is my account, okay, and this is what I have. So keep your eye on this 1900 XP. So I'm going to click on this, and it says get the role guardian in Discord. We already have the role, as you can see here. Yours might be different. I don't know what you have, but then you just check against the Zenquest social quest role and you can click accordingly. So if I click on complete, and we're going to complete the captcha verification process, so you can see it's done. Now the quest completed. I just earned 200 XPs, and if I click on done, you can see it right here. It was before 1900. So if you are asking the questions, how do you complete more missions on the Zenquest, what you need to do is to come look out for each of the role. Majority of the roles are role based, okay, and when you look on the roles, you can now go back and start working. And how do you work? You are essentially required to be active in the community section, especially the general tab. Do not spam, help people out, be involved, be engaged, solve people's problems, ask questions when necessary, and all of those chatting and engagements would allow you to, would bring you more XPs, will bring you, and those XPs, those levels you climb, they give you the role, and those role allow you to claim the XPs here on the Zenquest IO. So we have completed resolution number 2. Now let us dive into resolution number 3, which is how to stake. The staking system is currently being maintained by the dev team. However, let us try. So we'll click on the first off, we will click on the faucet. While it is loading, let us check the staking website where we can actually stake. I will do one step, which is to copy my wallet address. Okay, the page has loaded up. We're waiting for MetaMask to come up. Sometimes the network can be an issue. Sometimes you're trying to get a response from MetaMask, but then MetaMask might not be responsive. Okay, so just be patient, give it some time, let it do its thing. So you can see that MetaMask is having some issues. So we just click on restart MetaMask, and while MetaMask is trying to restart, we'll disconnect the Zenchain node, the staking station, and then reconnect. This time around we're reconnecting to the MetaMask, the appropriate MetaMask wallet. We hope that MetaMask fires up because it is saying that MetaMask needs to restart. All right, so apparently the node, the staking website for Zenchain, I think it's still having the maintenance issues. Currently I can't even connect my wallet. Okay, and it's still showing this, and I've refreshed the screen multiple times, but it's still showing connecting. So I'm just going to flat out explain what you need to do. So the same wallet we connected to here, the same one for the Zenquest, is the same wallet you have to connect to the node station. Now the node station is where you set up your node, which we'll get into in a moment. You set up your nodes, and when you set up your nodes, the first thing to do is to connect your wallet. So you're going to see your wallet once it is connected here, and then you're going to see the number of tokens that you've staked so far, your lifetime rewards, and your total balance. You're going to see your staking activity here as well in a chat form. And then what you're going to do is to click on the stake button, and then an option comes up showing you a list of staking options that you would want. I think the first is compounding, the second is optimal, and then I think 3 options. But what you need to select is the optimal rewards, because the optimal reward allows you to get more reward for the stake. If you're using the compounding option, you won't get more rewards. So thereabout. Yes. So go for the optimal option. The optimal option will give you more rewards when you're staking. Okay, and just click through. What I like to do is I like to compound it back to my wallet, so I don't have to come back and claim the stake tokens. It just automatically refuel them, redirect those funds back to my wallet automatically. So once you're done, you impute the amount you want to stake, and afterwards you can just click the stake and then sign the contract on MetaMask. It will pop up MetaMask for you to authorize that transaction, and once you're done, the funds will be staked. So once you do that, that's all you need for the staking. I'm really sorry because mine is very unstable and I do not want to delay this any further, so I hope my explanation has given you clarity. Just follow the steps and you will realize the expected result, which is to be able to stake tokens. Over on to the last for today, which is the nodes. Now, how do you run nodes? How do you deploy nodes? Now, first of all, you can see to run a node you earn $13, 13% APY rewards on your ZCX. For you to get started, you need to go through this documentation right here. Now, personally, I'm going to keep it full transparency with you. I do not run nodes, but then this documentation right here, following this documentation right here would give you the results of running a node as you should. So let's just take a brief tool walkthrough. Unfortunately, I may not be able to show you guys the click-through basis like I did for the smart contract, but I need you guys to trust my judgment here. This documentation, I'll be leaving a link to this in the description box of the video so you can access it, have it open on your browser, and just follow the steps. So this Zazen MetaMask Snap is optional. If you're using MetaMask, we recommend installing the Zazen MetaMask Snap This snap is an extension to the MetaMask wallet that securely stores your cloud provider information directly in your browser, so you won't need to re-enter it in the future. So you can learn more about it here and here. So when you connect your MetaMask wallet to the Zenchain station, which is what? This, my nodes, and this, you connect your wallet here. Okay, this website can have access to your wallet. Now you now have two buttons: connect to existing node or set up a new node. So let's continue with the documentation. It says when you connect your wallet to the Zenchain station, the app will prompt you to install the Zazen Snap. Once installed, it works in the background with no extra effort on your part. If you're using another wallet, we suggest using a password manager to securely store your secret keys and cloud provider info. Cloud provider, here we're talking about on finality. We'll get to that in a minute. So here is the part of the documentation that helps you to get started. So you need to connect your wallet and navigate to the node station, which is this website right here. And when you're there, the next step is to click on the connect button right here and choose Ethereum account, which will serve, which is what we normally do when we do this. So after that, you click on nodes, which we had done earlier, and we clicked on nodes. It brought us to this tab, and the next step is what? Open node setup. So click run a node. Click run a node to open setup modal. A modal is like a dialog box where you can do different things. You will be taken through the 4 steps to deploy your node and become a validator. And you set up your provider, generate keys, submit keys, make your stake. So how do you set up a provider? This section of the documentation teaches you how to do that. It says the first step is to configure your cloud provider. At the moment, Zenchain Station supports the on-finality hosting service, with more options to be added later. Now, this is a cost, is an extra cost on your end. To set up this provider is an extra cost on your end. You pay for this as a developer. If you're not a developer, you can flat out still do this. All you have to do is just go through the documentation, or you can go through other videos on YouTube on the on finality provider setup, and once you're familiar with it, you can now come back to this documentation and just run through it. So it says that you need to register an account with on finality and provide your billing information. This is like your credit card, your ATM card, where the billing period will be charged to. Okay, we will need to obtain some more information about your on finality account in the next step, so you may wish to keep the page open and remain logged into your on finality account. So the on finality keys, this section will show you how to retrieve the keys. It says when you return to the Zenchain Station app, you'll notice that it is now requesting some data from your on finality account, which is the access key, the secret key, the workspace ID. These keys are used to automatically set up and configure your node. We do not save your on finality keys. They are handled securely within the app and are never stored or shared. Because we don't store your on finality keys, we developed the Zazen MetaMask Snap. This snap is a secure extension for your MetaMask wallet that stores your on finality data directly in your browser. By using the Zazen Snap, your data remains safe and you won't need to re-enter your on finality keys each time you access the app. So remember the part of the documentation that was speaking to you having the MetaMask Zazen Snap. The function is to help you hold your login credentials, so you do not have to like re-enter those information every single time you want to access your application, which is where you're running the node from. Okay, so like I said, the documentation is a step-by-step walkthrough